lovelies, welcome back to Lifestyle Chapter. Thank you for liking and subscribing to the channel. If you're new to this channel, I welcome you to the family, and if you're already here, I'm always happy to have you back. Today we are making chicken fajitas with chicken so juicy, full of flavor. The vegetables are going to be cooked to perfection, so I really want you to know how to make this incredible recipe. Please subscribe if you haven't. Please do so, and thank you for doing that in advance. So lovelies, let's get started. To start this recipe, I'm going to prepare the marinade for the chicken. I have in some olive oil that I poured into the bowl. I'm going to grate in some garlic. I'll put all the ingredients and then the measurements in the description box below. I have 4 cloves of garlic that I'm grating into the olive oil. To that, I'll add in some powdered onions, some black pepper, chili flakes, powdered cumin, some dry cilantro, some powdered garlic, and some smoked paprika. I'll stir everything up nicely and gently. And then I'll set this aside. I'm trying to make sure everything is stirred well. To that, I'll start working on my chicken breast. For this recipe, you can use chicken breast or chicken thigh, and you are good. So I'm slicing the chicken breast into 2 equal halves so that it will be easier for me to slice it across the grain to get it in strips. That is what I'm trying to achieve. I'll move on to the second one, and I'll do the same to the chicken breast. And I'm using about 1.5 pounds of chicken breast for this recipe. I still need them in strips, so I'll make sure I cut everything for it to be smaller and in a strip-like shape, so it'll be easier for it to cook, and also it wouldn't take long when it is being done. So we are all set with cutting of the chicken breast. I'm putting everything in a bowl, which I'm going to marinate the chicken in. And here I have my marinade. I am going to add, this is optional actually, you can add some hot chili pepper or chili powder to it if you want, but if not, that is good. And I have some lemon, which I've cut into half, and I'm squeezing the other half on the chicken to give it that flavor. So I will stir everything up nicely. And then I'll add some salt to taste. And this is to your preference, how much you want salt in this marinade for your chicken. I'm continuously stirring everything up to make sure it is combined well. And then I'm adding marinade onto the chicken. I'm not going to use all of it because I'll be using the rest of it for my vegetables. So I'm now stirring everything up together to make sure everything combines well and marinates well. That is what I'm trying to do. So I'm all set. I'll put that aside and then I will start working on the vegetables. And with this recipe, we'll be using bell peppers, colorful bell peppers. It depends on which color you want to use. I'm using the red, yellow, orange, and green bell peppers. Any color you want, you can choose to use 2 colors and you are good, or 3 or 4. How many colors you want is to your own preference. So I'm cutting the red bell peppers. I'm not going to include the seeds in, so I'm trying to take all the seed part and the seeds out of the bell pepper. And to that, I'll continue to slice it nicely the same way as I did for the chicken. I'm doing this because I wanted to look in a certain way and I wanted to have the same shape and size. So I'll cut all of it into strips. Working on the orange bell pepper, I'm going to do the same process, taking off the seeds and slicing that as well. The same way goes to the green bell peppers too. And the last bell pepper is the yellow bell pepper. That is going to be sliced also. So all the bell peppers are being sliced in the same way, and look how beautiful they are looking, so colorful. And to that, I'm going to add in my red onions. You can use yellow or white onions, which is also good. I didn't have any yellow onions, that's why I'm using I didn't have any yellow onions, that's why I'm using this red onion. And look at how I'm slicing this to be in the same shape as the bell peppers. So I'll be adding the onions also onto the bell peppers, which I'll be using for the recipe. Here I'll try and open up the onions because I don't want them to all stuck together. I want to see them in single. I realized that my bowl was too small, so I had to get a bigger bowl and then pour everything in. So this is how our vegetables are looking. I'm just pouring in the rest of the marinade on the vegetables to give it that nice taste, and I'm sprinkling some onions on it. In that way it makes it also marinates well, and it makes it very tasty. Also, I'm going to add in these fresh ingredients. I have here my fresh parsley that I'm going to chop. And I'm going to use it for the recipe as well. So I'm making sure to chop everything nicely into smaller pieces. And then I'll put it in a bowl and set that aside. And also I have here my fresh cilantro, and I'm chopping that as well. All set chopping on that, I will put that also into another bowl and set that aside. So we are all set. I have my pan and I've put in some oil on fire, and I'm going to saute the chicken, marinated chicken. I'm pouring the chicken into the pan for it to be sauteed until it turns white. So here I'm trying to open the chicken up so it will be easier for you to cook. Coming back to it, as you can see, it is cooking and the color of the chicken is changing, and I'm continuously stirring to make sure the chicken is well sauteed. So here I'm going to add in the sliced vegetables that has been marinated onto the chicken. And also, for you to know that the chicken is well done, you see the sauces of the chicken in the pan, and that is what is happening. So I have the vegetables in, and then I'm stirring everything up together to mix up with the chicken. I still have a couple of vegetables in there in the bowl, so I decided to add in as I do that in batches. To that, I have the other half of the lemon, which I'm squeezing in the recipe, and that is going to give it the kick and the flavor. So I'll stir everything up and then allow it to cook for about 2 minutes. So back to it, I added in the fresh cilantro and then the fresh parsley, and these are going to give the recipe more flavor. I will stir everything up nicely together to make sure it's incorporated well in the recipe. And here, if you taste and you feel like you need more salt, it is to your own preference. You add salt to it. And I'll leave it on to cook for about 2 minutes. Lovelies, we are all set for this recipe. Our chicken fajitas is ready. You can enjoy with tacos, corn, can also serve as entree paired with rice, beans, salsa, guacamole. The options are endless. I'm going to taste this with some flour tortillas that I have here. Look how beautiful and colorful this recipe is looking, and healthy as well. And this is a Mexican recipe. They enjoy making it a lot in their restaurants, and it's something that is being loved by all because of the healthy aspect of it. I'm loving it. They really came out perfect. This is definitely delicious. I really hope you are inspired to try this. So lovelies, share with friends and family, enjoy it, and then come back and comment down below how you did. Look how beautiful and packed it looks. I can't stop eating this, and it makes you so full. It is a full recipe on its own, and you will enjoy it if you try this recipe. I hope you liked watching it, and you let me know how you did, as I said earlier on, and I'll bring you another sumptuous recipe. Bye.